Okay. So I guess if everyone is ready, you may now begin your presentation. I wish you all the best and good luck.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good morning to Mr. E and everyone. We are from Group 2, and today my name is Mimi Shazlin.
My name is Farida.
And my name is Abida Aiman.
And I'm Muhammad Aiman.
And today we're going to present on our first assessment, which are from the first set of Merrill's principle and the second set of visual hierarchy and visual direction. Okay, on the first slide, I'm going to explain about Merrill's principle. So Merrill's principle is a task-based learning or a problem theory learning, which are I have the five core principle. The first principle is problem-centered, and then activation, demonstration, application, and integration. Okay, for the first one, problem-centered. So problem-centered is where learners learn through experience to solve a problem, which means we as a e-learners are encouraged to learn online and engage the knowledge, solve a problem. From the solving problem method we learn online, we apply to solve the real life problem. Okay, for the next one is activation. Activation is where learners are able to activate the pre-existing knowledge and link it to the new knowledge and skills. Is for example, we have the pre-existing knowledge we learned from the previous course, and now we have the new knowledge, and we link the both knowledge together to complete the a new task we are going to do now to complete the task successfully. And for the third one is demonstration. Okay, demonstration is where learners are able to absorb information through observation of a demonstration. Okay, for examples, we as a e-learners look out for information online, such as e-learning video, online tutorial learning videos, or even an images such as infographic that showcase the main ideas from the knowledge we are looking for. So all the videos and the infographic is the demonstration of on how we are going to apply the knowledge step by step. Okay, and the fourth one is application. So application are where learners are to apply the information that they have gathered from the demonstration before uh, to solve problem in real life. So which means they carry out the information and skills they have gained from the demonstration itself step by step to solve the problem in real life. Okay, and for the last one is integration. Integration is basically like the conclusion where we reflect on the knowledge we have learned and skill we have gained to reflect on ourselves. For example, we are going to make a website. We're going to create a website. After we have done with the website, we have to reflect. Uh, is the website is going to educate us as the person who made the website, and also other person who are going to view the website. Are we going to educate ourselves and also the viewers? Yeah, that's all.
All right. Okay. So next one is the importance of using Merrill's principle in designing a web. So the first importance of using Merrill's principle is the skills and information absorbed in the previous course helps in successfully completing a task. This means, as mentioned, we are the e-learners can link the pre-existing knowledge and the new knowledge in creating a effective website. So for example, as for me, as before I took this course, I know that we have to use interesting fonts in for the title, and a simpler font for the contents. So it is it is as the pre-existing knowledge. So now in this course, the I have a new knowledge of other things that I can do to create a better and effective website. So, for example, like the to insert interesting image or pictures or videos in creating a more effective website. So the second importance is online learners are able to absorb the information from the website more effectively when they see a prime example. So, for example, the e-learners can use or refer the a visual demo, or for example like how to create a, a bird origami that shown in the website. So in websites there are videos or visual demo or tutorial on creating a bird origami. So the e-learners can refer or copy the steps that shown in the website to create a an origami. So the next importance of using Merrill's principle in creating a website is these principles give the e-learners to the ability to see the challenges or obstacles firsthand. So as before, the e-learners or me, for example, before I create a website, I just know that I don't really know the challenges or the obstacles that the website creators may face. But when me as a student, when I want to create a website, then so now I know the obstacles and challenges that I may face. For example, like internet connection or maybe a slow laptop system and others. So that are the importance of using Merrill's principle in creating a website.
Okay, so and now I would like to explain about visual hierarchy. So what is actually a visual hierarchy? Visual hierarchy is actually the principle of arranging elements to show their order of importance by manipulating a few characteristics, so users can understand information more easily. So what are the characteristics that are being manipulated? So characteristics that was being manipulated are first, size and scale. I think we all can agree that the bigger is better, right? Which size is arguably the most effective way to emphasize visual elements. To simply put, larger elements draw greater attention and by rather than small elements, and users will notice it more easily. And the second element, the second characteristics is color. So the brighter the color, the more attention that we get. And the third one is contrast. Contrast color are more eye-catching rather than the pale color. I think we can all agree with that. And the fourth is alignment. Out of alignments elements sometimes stand out more over an aligned ones. And also, most Western readers and of us also actually are accustomed to reading from left to the right sides of the page. Therefore, designs featuring are often aligned from the left margin in the same fashion. And the five characteristics is repetition. Repeating styles can suggest that content is related. And six is proximity, where closely placed elements seems related. And seven, white space, where more space around the elements actually draw the eyes towards them. And the last, which is the eighth characteristics, is texture and style. The richer the texture, the more it will stand out over the flat one. And the visual hierarchy is applied. If at the application of visual hierarchy, we can see it for the simple example that we can see every day, almost every day, which is Google search result page and also the highway signs. And the importance of visual hierarchy is actually to attract users' attention to the object of primary interest and ensuring the user's experience happens in a smoothly and effectively and flawlessly. Yeah, that's all from me.
Okay, now I'll be talking about visual direction. Visual direction is a principle that we use to dictate or to influence the user's movements from one object to the other, or in certain cases, from one region to the next. We can consider this as an extension of the visual hierarchy theory because it works in tandem. Some of the applications of visual direction are perspective lines in visual media, as well as arrows and lines on routes. All right, so how does visual direction work in perspective lines in visual media? Okay, imagine an architectural drawing or a photograph. The way that the image is being positioned is that they use perspectives. They have starting points and where all the information starts at, and they also have converging points where all the information uh, in the image is converged. In that way, it allows for the users to actually move throughout the image in a uniform order. So nothing is missed or nothing is confused because everything is seen from everything is arranged in a manner that is clear. The second example would be arrows and lines. This is a more explicit example of visual direction. Okay, route markings like arrows or continuous or broken lines dictate how drivers or motorcyclists move across the road system. Arrows point us which direction to turn. Continuous lines and broken lines indicate which lanes can be we can overtake cars at. Okay, so why is visual direction important? Okay, visual direction is important because it dictates the sequence of which objects are being seen or information. As I said before, in the example about perspective lines, the way the image is um, shown actually is in a way that allows for users to gather information um, gradually because that is the main purpose of a visual system. We're trying to convey information to the users, but not in an overwhelming way. Visual direction allows for us to provide information gradually so that by the end of the experience or by the end of the system, they have acquired all the important knowledge that and information that we want to convey. And secondly, it is to ensure a smooth flow of movement across the system. Okay, without visual direction, the eye doesn't know where to look first.
Yeah.
This is clear in the second example, arrows and lines, or even in the picture on the left. This is a screenshot of the BBC Mobile. Okay, if you look at the first part, the one with the picture of a soldier, that is an example of a good visual direction. It is implicit, but it still manages to influence the viewers. The direction of which the soldier is looking at influences where our eyes will move towards. We'll start from the image and then we'll move to the headline, Libya to halt military action, and then we'll move below it, where it's talking about Libya's government and so on and so forth, and then it is accompanied by the two columns beneath it. All right, so that's all from me.